The moment my sister announced her pregnancy, I nearly choked on my drink. Everyone else was congratulating her husband. I was trying to figure out how long it would take before they discovered he wasn't the father. My younger sister Megan stood in the middle of my parents' dining room, smiling while everyone celebrated. Her husband Daniel looked happier than I'd ever seen him. My mother was already talking about baby names. My father opened a bottle of champagne, and relatives were calling to offer congratulations. I stayed quiet because 6 weeks earlier, I'd seen something I wasn't supposed to see. I was leaving work when I spotted Megan having dinner with a man I'd never seen before. At first, I assumed it was a coworker or a friend. Then I watched them hold hands across the table. 10 minutes later, they kissed in the parking lot before driving away in separate cars. I didn't know who the man was, but I knew he definitely wasn't Daniel. I spent the entire pregnancy announcement wondering whether I should say something or stay out of it. For the next few months, I kept my mouth shut. I told myself it wasn't my marriage, and eventually the truth would come out on its own. Meanwhile, Megan seemed to be enjoying all the attention. She posted weekly pregnancy updates, gender reveal photos, nursery pictures, and long social media posts about how excited she was to start a family with Daniel. Everyone adored it. My mother treated Megan like royalty. Every family gathering became about the baby. The strange thing was that Megan became increasingly nervous whenever anyone talked about the baby's appearance. She'd laugh it off whenever relatives joked about whether the baby would look like her or Daniel. One afternoon, I even caught her deleting comments from social media, asking if the baby looked like Daniel in the ultrasound pictures. It seemed odd, but I still kept my distance. Then one day, I received a message from a woman I didn't know. The message contained a single photo. It was the same man I'd seen Megan kissing outside the restaurant. The woman introduced herself as Lauren. She was married to the man in the picture. According to her, she'd recently discovered her husband had been having an affair and believed my sister was involved. At first, I didn't want any part of it. Then, Lauren sent screenshots, hundreds of messages, hotel reservations, photos, voice notes. The affair had been going on for almost a year. There was no room for doubt. I felt sick reading through everything. The dates overlapped perfectly with Megan's pregnancy. Lauren said she was gathering evidence for a divorce and wanted to know if I had information she could use. I told her what I'd seen outside the restaurant months earlier. That was the beginning of a disaster I never could have predicted. A few weeks later, Megan's baby shower arrived. The entire family attended. Daniel looked exhausted from working extra shifts to prepare for the baby, but he was genuinely excited. Watching him open gifts and thank everyone for their support actually made me feel guilty. The whole time, Megan kept acting like the perfect wife. Then something happened that changed everything. While helping clean up after the party, I accidentally overheard Megan arguing with my mother in the kitchen. Megan kept saying she couldn't keep lying forever. My mother told her she had no choice now and that the truth would destroy everyone. I froze. My own mother knew. She had known the entire time. Suddenly, everything made sense. The constant support, the defensiveness, the way she shut down questions whenever anyone got too close to the truth. Mom wasn't protecting Megan from judgment. She was helping her hide the affair. The baby was born 3 months later. The moment I saw him, I knew things were about to unravel. He looked nothing like Daniel, not even a little. Family members started making comments almost immediately. Most were harmless observations at first. Then the whispers started. Daniel's sister privately asked whether the baby resembled someone from Megan's side of the family. My father became strangely quiet. Even my mother seemed nervous whenever people brought up the baby's features. The pressure kept building until Daniel finally confronted Megan and asked for a DNA test. According to Megan, he was being paranoid and insulting. According to everyone else, he was asking a completely reasonable question. Megan refused. Then she refused again. Then she started crying whenever anyone mentioned it. The harder she fought the test, the more suspicious everyone became. The situation finally exploded during the baby's first birthday party. Nearly the entire family was there. Daniel stood up in front of everyone and announced that he'd gone to court to establish paternity. Megan immediately panicked. She started screaming, crying, and accusing him of not trusting her. Then Daniel revealed something nobody expected. He already had the results. While handling medical paperwork months earlier, he'd obtained enough information to legally request testing. The child wasn't his. The room went completely silent. For a few seconds, nobody spoke. Then Megan looked directly at my mother. That single glance told everyone exactly who had known the truth. My father demanded answers. Relatives started asking questions. Daniel walked out carrying the test results while Megan broke down completely. What happened next was even worse. During the divorce proceedings, the identity of the real father became public. It was Lauren's husband, exactly as I'd suspected from the beginning. Lauren left him. Daniel left Megan. My father was furious when he learned my mother had helped hide the affair for over a year. The family split almost overnight. Some people blamed Megan. Others blamed my mother. Nobody trusted either of them anymore. As for me, I stayed out of the arguments. I'd spent over a year carrying a secret I never wanted. Looking back, I sometimes wonder whether I should have told Daniel the truth the moment I saw Megan with that man. Maybe it would have saved him months of humiliation and heartbreak. But one thing I know for certain is that lies don't stay buried forever. The moment my sister announced her pregnancy, everyone thought they were celebrating the start of a happy family. In reality, they were watching the countdown to a disaster that had already begun.